What's going on, everybody? David here. Today I want to talk about Medellin. So I was able to go to Colombia and I've been back for about a week now, and the experience was just amazing. But one of the things that I found, and this is the third trip to Colombia, so every time I've gone, I've had a good time. I went to Bogota the first time, or actually Bogota and Cartagena, and then the second time I just went to Cartagena. I had good experiences at both places, and then I went to Medellin this time, and it was out of the three, I definitely like Medellin the most. But every time that I go, I always get asked the same question: is it safe? Is it safe to go to Colombia? You hear all this stuff, and people are watching, Netflix, Narcos, all this stuff you hear about, and this is the way I look at it. It's safe. Definitely, it's safe. It's just like any major city. So you have a major city, you're gonna have crime, but like when I'm in Colombia, I don't see you don't see. I see more crime out here than I see when I'm out there. And what I mean is, you'll see the police arresting people and chasing people and doing all this. And we know, I live in California, Southern California. There's a car chase every other day, or it seems like every day, really. So I mean, it's just, you see more crime out here than you see if you're on vacation out there. And that's just been my experience. And like I said, I've been there 3 times, and I've never really seen anything like that. So there's going to be crime. You're going to have pickpocketers. You're going to have people that are going to try to take advantage of you. But you just need to be alert and really kind of, go with the flow. Don't be flashy. I mean, there's just certain things that you don't do if you're traveling, or even if you're here. Like anywhere you go, you don't want to be flashy. You don't want to go to neighborhoods that you're not familiar with and just do things like that. It's just, you gotta be aware of your surroundings and all that. So all in all, yes, it's safe. There's no problems. Like it's a good place to be. The people are very friendly. All the different places that I've gone to, the people in Colombia are very friendly, very willing to help you, things like that. There's a large law enforcement presence, which is good. You see them everywhere. Anywhere you go where there's people, you're going to see law enforcement walking around. So they walk the beat. They're on motorcycles or in vehicles. There's security pretty much everywhere, and they're very proactive there. That's what I found. It's a little different than like out here in the U.S., where they're very proactive. So you'll be driving down the street, and you'll have checkpoints. You'll have them step out, and they're not like, they're just impromptu checkpoints where they'll just they'll be on their motorcycles. They'll just stop, and they'll just start stopping cars, and they'll check to see if check your ID, check your passport, things like that. So that happens on a pretty regular basis. This is, like I said, the third time that I've been, and been stopped, I think, 3 times. So Bogota, we were in taxis a few times, but Cartagena, we were definitely in taxis all the time, and in Medellin, we were in a taxi all the time. So they'll do that. They'll just stop just to check you out, make sure you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, and you're not doing anything illegal or anything like that. So they're everywhere, and even at like ATMs, which is kind of weird. First off, their ATMs are set up a little different than out here, where they have you walk into the ATM. So even if it's basically the ATM is inside of a little room, you walk you open the door, and then you can go in. I don't even know if you can lock the door. I didn't even check, but so you're walking into this little room. In certain situations, they'll have security right there, standing right there. So you go in, you can get your money out, and all that stuff. So I felt safe the whole time that I was there. And I mean, they even go so far as there's certain situations, I guess coming from the U.S., you feel a little uncomfortable because you're kind of looking for things. Like out here in the U.S., you very rarely see someone walking around with a shotgun or something like that, especially if they're right by the ATM. Like there was a situation where we were at the metro, we were getting ready to catch a metro, so we needed to get some cash. And so we go to the ATM, standing right next to me, 2 guys, 2 security, and one has a shotgun, just situations like that in the U.S., you're kind of looking like, okay, why does he have a shotgun? Is there something going on? Am I missing something? But no, that's just the way they are. They're proactive. They're out there, so they're making sure, hey, you know what's going on. If you try to do something, we have the firepower to diffuse the situation. So just things like that. We went to a bridge, and I can't remember the name of the bridge, but you have security on both sides of the bridge, and it's a one-way bridge, so they have to let you go. So they'll tell you, okay, they have radio, so they're on one guy's on one side, the other guy's on the other side. They have shotguns, and it's just like, do they really need a shotgun? It's a bridge, right? They're just driving through. So just different things like that. It's a little different, but you don't see crime. I didn't see crime. I didn't at all feel like, it was even on the subway. I didn't feel like, oh, is somebody going to try to pickpocket me or anything like that. Those things happen, but as long as you're taking the precautions, you should be fine. So some of the tips that I have, though, and I talked about one, don't be flashy. So don't have all your gold and watches and all that stuff. Just don't have it out. Your phone, pretty much everyone has a smartphone now, so it's not really that big of an issue. In the past, it's been an issue in Medellin that I've heard people getting their phones taken. But I didn't really see that. I mean, I have expensive camera gear and all that stuff, and I had that out the whole time. I even had the little action cam, Sony action cam. So when we were driving, I had a little magnet, put that magnet on top of the roof. So it's just sitting up there, taking pictures of the road and all that. No one ever like tried to grab it or anything like that. But you just need to be aware of certain situations. Phones, I wouldn't recommend holding your phone out the side, like you want to get a picture or take video, holding your camera outside of your car. I wouldn't recommend that, only because there are motorcycles everywhere. That's one thing. There's motorcycles everywhere, and anyone on a motorcycle can easily just drive up, grab your phone, and take off. And there's no way that the cabbie or anyone can catch them because they're on a motorcycle. They can take off and be gone. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. But for the most part, I didn't see anyone get their phone stolen, and I didn't really see that as being an issue as far as having your phone out. I know that's been taught. Oh, yeah, you should never have your phone out, and just be aware. Like if you have your phone out, be aware. What's going on. Don't have it in your back pocket with the people all up close to you. Yeah, someone might take it. So just things like that. But I mean, all in all, like the main thing is just kind of know what's going on. Know your environment. Know like there's certain areas. There's 16 different comunas in Medellin. So just know, like if you're in a higher, a place like El Poblado is a nicer area. That doesn't mean there's no crime there. There's definitely crime there, and there's probably people that will go there just because they know there are a lot of tourists there. So you still need to be aware. But if you're in like the comunas that are up the hill, it's like a valley. So you have the richer areas down below, and then up the hills you have some of the areas that are a little poor. You don't want to be there at night and things like that. You just kind of want to be aware of that. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a safe place to be. I would definitely recommend going there. It's a really nice community, and the people are so friendly, and there's a lot of different things to do. The weather is great. It's pretty much 70, 75 year round. It's a good experience. It's one of those things where people are missing out. And the main thing is people are afraid, and they're, I see this on TV, I hear this, I hear that. It's not like that. It's not like what you're hearing. And I definitely would recommend experiencing it. But I'd like to also know people that have gone. Please post in the comments below your experience, good and bad. And if you have any questions about Medellin, please post in the comments below. I'm going to do some more videos about Medellin, just different things like what I ate there and different places that I went. But it's a great place to be, and it's an up and coming tourist attraction, I would say, because there's just so much there, and they have some really good. They have good Wi-Fi. They have good technology as far as building structures, malls. They have everything there as far as food that you can think of. They even have pizza, which I thought was a little strange, like like pizza is a real big thing out there right now. You have pizza places everywhere. But just overall, had a great experience. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.